When I was looking for other life simulation games to play instead of The Sims 4, I found inZOI, which was released earlier this year. However, my first reaction is that it creeped me out, and I couldn't exactly tell why. I figured it was probably because I'm just a little too used to these hyper-realistic characters in indie horror games, but then I did some digging, and I uncovered a more sinister finding, which we will get into later in the video. Before we get started, my name is Jason, and I have all of my sources linked in the description. According to their Steam page, inZOI is a life sim in early access. The actual game description goes on to say, every life becomes a story. Create your unique story by controlling and observing the lives of Zoids? Wait a minute.
I'm Zoidberg, nice to meet you.
Customize characters and build houses using the inZOI's easy-to-use tools to live the life of your dreams and experience the different emotions of life created by its deep and detailed simulation. As of now, the game costs $39.99 USD and currently has one free DLC listed called Island Getaway. I have seen some people online just like mentioning that the company labeling it as a free DLC was probably just a marketing scheme, but I don't know if it's that or not, to be honest. I'm just seeing what's written on the Steam page, and if you don't know anything about Steam, usually if there's an update, game developers will make an announcement and the game updates automatically, while DLCs are usually listed separately, where the user has to go to the game store page to download it for themselves. So whether inZOI is using this free DLC as a marketing tactic, that's not for me to say. The Steam page does go on to talk about early access and what that means for the game. It also answers questions about how long the early access is said to last, how the pricing may or may not be different before and after early access, how the community is involved, and more, though I think most early access games have something like this, just so people understand like how this is different from a fully released game. But as I kept scrolling, I came across a disclaimer. That's why it looks so fucking creepy. If there's anything you need to know about me, is that I do not support generative AI, and that's because it steals from real artists. This includes all generative AI, whether it makes images, music, writing, etc., you name it, it steals from artists. I have a bachelor's degree in creative writing, and the main point that anyone in academia drills into your head from day one is that plagiarism is completely unacceptable. And if you even get caught plagiarizing, you will be completely banned from college. And generative AI is just plagiarism wrapped up in a fancy tech bow. And it honestly feels like a slap in the face towards the artist it steals from. Now, obviously, me being a writer does make me biased against the use of generative AI. I get that. But aside from the blatant thievery, it's also an environmental disaster with how much water and energy it uses. But I feel like that could be a whole tangent. It could be its own video, because otherwise we'd be here all day. And this video is supposed to be about inZOI. Someone by the name of Astron on Blue Sky did a wonderful write-up that I have also sourced in my citations down below. In their write-up, Astron pointed out that there seems to be a lot of confusion that the generative AI for this game is only used for character creation, things like textures. However, they found that the game company themselves has stated that they use generative AI to cut corners and save money when it comes to the game production and marketing. So not only does this affect the jobs of artists, it affects the jobs of more people across the entire game development. Like, They couldn't even hire a marketing team. I will admit, a lot of people seem to really like this game so far, even if it is only in early access. And I don't want to be here to yuck anyone's yum. Right now, Steam is showing that the game has mostly positive reviews, but the most recent ones being mixed. And a lot of these recent reviews are saying that they don't want to support this because they have found out that the company is becoming an AI first company. But what do you guys think? Would you play this game? I'm probably not going to because of the use of AI, and the graphics are just too creepy for me personally. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!